welcome to your monthly tarot reading for October. I'm going to start off with the energies of the month, then I'm going to go into each each star sign, and then I'm going to do some advice cards at the end. So I hope you had a good October so far. This is a little bit later than I would normally like to do the reading, but I've just been very, very busy putting my book together, which goes to print on the 8th of October. I had a big launch meeting the other day, and I've been working with the PR team, the marketing team, recording the audiobook soon, getting the manuscript polished off and typeset and ready. So it's just been really, really busy, hence why there's a little bit of a delay this month. But I do also have a podcast which is always out every week, so I also recommend listening to that. The link is just below. So I hope you're well. Let's get started. First of all, I want to talk about the energies, which I have here. I've shuffled and dealt already. I have here as Death and the Seven of Pentacles. So this means that some of you really feel like you've been going through a big transformation recently because you've hit that wall where you're like, this isn't worth me doing anymore. This isn't worth the time and the effort that I'm putting into it. This might be relationships, friendships, love relationships. Could also be something in your home life. Could also be something to do with work, of course. But in some way, you've reached the end of a cycle because you've realized that you've got as far as you possibly can with that thing in your life. And I know that I've been feeling this way, and I'm going through my Saturn return for these few months, and I'm definitely feeling like this about certain areas of my life. So very, very similar feeling to this, like, okay, I've done everything I can possibly do with this cycle of my life. It's time to start something new. There's nothing left for me to find here. I've gotten everything out of it that I possibly can. There's no more payoff for me here. That's the feeling of these cards. I also have two queens. So I've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So that means that this month, if you are a spiritual female, you may find that you get some inspiration about how you can make money with your spiritual gifts or your spiritual work. If you already have a spiritual business, then this might just be a new offering that comes through as an idea. If you don't, and you're still working a regular job, then you might feel extra inspired this month to actually go after your dreams and what you feel is your purpose. So if you want to start a spiritual business, then this month is really, really optimal for that. If you're getting the feelings, you're getting the inspiration, and this is just confirmation to act on it. This is a great month energy-wise. If you have been feeling like, okay, I want to start making money from spirituality, this is like prime time energy-wise. So now let's do each sign of the Zodiac with a message for each. Aries, I have the Page of Swords. This means that you're going to be an excellent communicator this month. This is an excellent month for having difficult conversations. This is a great month for airing your opinions. If there is something within you that has been building up as resentment, like you just need to tell someone how they feel, whether it's a co-worker, friend, family member, or partner, this is a great month for that. You may find that your throat center is strong, that you're able to deliver a message. Maybe it means that you start a podcast or you start sharing your voice in some way, or maybe a blog or something like that. But this is a month about communication, messaging, sharing your truth, and letting yourself be heard by other people. If there's something that you've been wanting to say or some kind of communication project that you've been wanting to start, October is going to be an excellent month for that. Taurus, this is a very intuitive month for you. You may have been feeling the signs of ascension symptoms, like your energy has been opening up, activating, energy centers have been opening, purging, releasing. You may have been becoming more intuitive, psychic dreams, all these kind of things. This is a very, very psychic, intuitive month for you, and your energy is going through big upgrades and activations. I'm actually a Taurus, and I feel this massively myself already. We're only a few days into the month of October, but if you're a Taurus and you feel this as well, definitely drop a note in the comments below. I would love to hear what's been going on for you, because I've definitely been feeling all of the energy shifts myself. Gemini, I have the Ace of Pentacles. This means that there's going to be a new financial beginning in some way, a new beginning within your financial life. This could mean that your spending habits are changing. It could mean that you have a new stream of income. Can also mean a new job or new financial opportunity. But there's a new beginning in some way in your financial life, whether it's internal or external. There is going to be a shift in some way in the month of October. Cancer, I have the Six of Swords. Moving away from something hard to something a bit easier. This can also mean travel, literally crossing the sea. However, if you aren't traveling, you could be planning a trip, thinking about a trip, or if it's not related to travel, then like I said, it's just moving away from a tough situation mentally or within your kind of physical life to something which is easier, finding that flow, finding what feels a lot smoother for you rather than feeling like you're always in a state of resistance and in a state of confusion as well. I feel like there's more clarity. Things are smoother, easier. You can see the distance more clearly, like plans are becoming much, much clearer and you're a bit more certain of where you're going in the future. Leo, I have the Knight of Cups. This month is about following your heart. So this is great for Leos because obviously, you know, Leo is very much about the heart center. But this month is kind of a dreamy month for you guys. It feels as though you're really going to be finding your passion. You're going to be doing a lot of self-love and self-care. You're going to be putting yourself first and always filling up your own cup before other people. So you may find that you're able to overcome old people-pleasing behaviors, or something happens in the month of October where you're like, I would have acted differently before, but not this time. That shows how much I've grown. It's that kind of energy. So this is a great month for you personally, filling up with self-love, prioritizing yourself, putting yourself first, and just feeling really, really full of gratitude and love. So really good month for you guys. Virgo, I have the Four of Pentacles. So this is talking about saving, and it's also talking about the future. What are your financial plans for the future, and how are you going to create the future you want practically, financially? I mean, we all have big dreams of what we want for the future, what we want to manifest. But in October, you're actually going to be thinking about the practicalities of that. What are you going to have to give up? What are you going to have to take a leap and invest in? What do you need to do in order to make your dreams really come true? As I said, this is a card about the future. It's a card about practicality, the realities of saving. And the Four of Pentacles is saying that your plans are coming, but it just means putting that strategy in place. And this is what you're going to be focusing on in the month of October. Okay, Libras, I have the Sun, another amazing month for you guys. This is fantastic energy, revealing yourself fully, stepping out into the world as who you really are, stripping back the layers. If you've been on holiday recently or you're going away somewhere in October, then you may feel very, very inspired by that trip. Literal meaning of the sun, enjoying the sunshine, feeling like you can really be yourself when you're in a sunny type place. But this is going to be a great month for you guys, very inspired, feeling like you want to travel, feeling like you can reveal yourself fully. And I just feel like there's been a big shedding recently, like maybe you dropped some density in the last few weeks and now you're on the good side of that energetic shift and transformation where you feel free, you feel lighter, and you've expanded your energy field. So very good month for you guys, Libras. Scorpios, I have the Knight of Wands. Charging forward with your passions, but the feeling I'm getting is that you're charging forward with wisdom. So the Knight of Wands is wearing this armor, so it shows it's not like he's just going into it completely naively, open to, attack, vulnerable. I'm getting the feeling that you're going into something with a lot of strength, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, but also with your wits about you. You've done this before, or you know what's coming, or you're very aware of what could happen or could trip you up, and you're not going to let it. So this is a very powerful position to be in, actually. Having a lot of passion, motivation, feeling like, right, I'm going to go after things here. But actually, it's a very mature place that you're coming from. It doesn't feel super ego driven like it may have done previously, kind of like the fool energy, just going after something but not realizing what you really needed in order to do it. But you're in a great position here. So whatever you're going after in October, just make sure you're prepared. Use everything you've learned in your past and your past experiences and go for it, because I think there's a very, very good chance that something is going to come out of it, because with this wand here, there's opportunities sprouting off it. So there are some great opportunities ahead if you can go for things, use your wisdom, use your passion, use your strength. Sagittarius, I have the Knight of Swords. You're going to be moving forward with something very, very quickly this month. I'm feeling speed, rapid, quick, go, go, go. Maybe even faster than you'd really like to go. Like you may be forced to go through big changes really, really quickly that you're not actually ready for, and that ideally you'd rather things were a bit more slow paced, but I feel like you don't necessarily have the option this month. Things are happening so quickly for you in October. If it's not external, then it could also be internal, like you're just changing so quickly, going through rapid upgrades, rapid shifts, rapid ascension. You're like, what the hell? You know, when you look back on yourself and you're like, a week ago I was a completely different person, like what's going on? Kind of that energy. So you guys, this is a month of fast change, fast growth. Quick, quick, quick is the energy of October for Sagittarius. Capricorn, this is a hard working month for you guys. The irony is Capricorn is well known for hard work. But with this card, the 10 of Wands, we're saying that October, you're going to be juggling a lot of things. Of course you can do it. That was never even up for discussion. You can do it. But there might be some extra things on your plate this month. Caring responsibilities, a longer to-do list than usual. If you're moving house, just whatever it is, there's a lot of plates spinning all at once. There's a lot to do all at once. But as I said, you can do it, and you know why you're doing it. You can see the finish line, you can see the end is in sight, and you know why you're doing these things. It's just going to be a busy month for you guys, so just stay focused. Remember why you're doing it and what you're trying to achieve. You will get to the end of it. It's just going to be a very busy, productive month for Capricorn. Aquarius, I have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, I actually really like for you guys. This is a very intuitive card. This is someone who's in tune with their emotions. This is someone who knows that they need to step out of the rat race and the busyness, and they need to look after themselves in order to thrive so that they don't get burned out. That's the feeling that I'm getting for Aquarius in October. Kind of taking a step back in a way, prioritizing your self-care, focusing on your spiritual development, reconnecting with a certain type of spiritual tool that maybe you used before and have stopped using, like journaling or reading cards or whatever it may be for you. There's a very spiritual feeling, but it feels very nurturing, like you are using your spirituality in order to build yourself up, and you're not doing it for anyone else or to gain anything. You're just doing it to nourish yourself, to feel good, to feel calm and peaceful, rather than, when I say to get something, I mean like to manifest something, to move forward, to create. This really feels like a very nourishing energy. So this is a lovely energy for you guys to be in October. And if you do feel like you need to take that time out, then do it, because as we all know, the end of the year can get really, really crazy with the holidays. So take this time to nourish and nurture yourself. That's what October is for the sign of Aquarius. Then for Pisces, I have the Four of Cups. The energy of this card is no. And the theme of October for Pisces is no. You're going to be turning down invitations. You're going to be putting up your boundaries, putting up your barriers, saying no to things which don't feel 110% right, that you don't really want to do. You're going to be saying no, and you're going to be feeling into what that's like, having that new boundary there, which maybe 6 months ago you wouldn't have had at all. But now you're actually a lot more comfortable in your own skin, and you're a lot more comfortable just kind of doing what you want to do regardless of what other people have to say about it. And it's almost like you pay attention to, okay, this is what might happen, they're going to feel that way, but I just don't care anymore, it's not worth it. So you're putting yourself first, which is incredible. And this is a great energy of kind of being a queen or a king of your own life, realizing that your time and your energy is limited, and actually there's only one person who decides how you spend it, and that's you. And you know that now. So this is a really strong, powerful boss energy for the month of October, and I love, love, love it for you guys. So I pulled some advice cards, and I love this first one. I've got Trust and Receive. This is a card about manifestations coming through, your hard work paying off. Look out for the signs, of course, because we have feathers on this card, but if you've been getting the sense, like you can feel it when something's coming through, or I know I do, like your energy just feels like there's something coming, I'm on the edge of something, I'm on the edge of a breakthrough, I'm on the edge of receiving something. This is the energy of this card. So if you've been feeling that energy, this is confirmation that you're completely right and that something's going to be coming through for you very, very soon. You're also evaluating your friendships this month, noticing the people who are amazing friends for you and maybe noticing the people who aren't, realizing what you really want your friendships to be like and to feel like. So think about that this month, because they are going to be coming up for review, and there are going to be some situations which make you really think about what you want from your friendships and if they're really serving you as they are or not. With that, I have let it go. No coincidences there. It's time to let go of the old. So if there are people in your life that it's maybe time to move on from, then fine. It doesn't matter how long someone has been in your life. We all change. And if that person just isn't fitting with you for whatever reason, then maybe it's time to let them go. I have power animals. So I love this because I'm actually interviewing Alison Charles on my podcast later this week. She's absolutely huge and she's just written a book about power animals. So do subscribe to my podcast so you know when that episode comes out. So I feel like this is kind of a message for me, to be honest, because we are talking about this in 2 days' time. I'm interviewing her about her new book on power animals. So just tune in and make sure you listen to that and you can learn more about power animals there. Be willing to forgive. There might be someone to forgive in the month of October, and this could also be yourself. And when we hold on to wounds from the past, some of it can be our regret that we didn't do things differently, we didn't say things differently. That might come up for you this month, especially around the new moon or the full moon, realizing something from the past that you are holding on to, and the way to let go of that is going to be forgiveness. I've also got, if you get nervous, focus on service. So if you have been starting something new, this could be a job, or even if you're doing a spiritual career, or maybe moving up a level in an existing spiritual business, and that new level is bringing up some anxiety within you, then focus on why you're really doing it. Focus on your motivations on a soul level. That will always take your attention away from you and into what you're actually doing it for. It will completely transmute the energy of anxiety and turn it into something much more potent because it's fueled by purpose. I release all that no longer serves me. So the same energy as let it go again, just confirming that, release what no longer serves you. You will always face obstacles, but you have the strength to overcome them. And again, self-love. So there's some common themes here. So I feel like this ties into what I was saying about like reviewing friendships and being willing to forgive. Self-love and prioritizing yourself, being kind to yourself. A big part of that is putting new boundaries in place and letting go of the things which are depleting your energy, which aren't honoring you, which aren't a good use of your precious, precious time and energy on this earth. And then the final card that I have is there's no traffic jam on the extra mile. This is a really funny card. But I think it's basically saying that in order to get different results, you need to go the extra mile. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean working super hard. Of course it can. In this context, I think it's talking about pushing your own limits, pushing your own boundaries, letting go of things, reviewing friendships, Before, you may have been staying in your comfort zone, and that has meant that you've held on to things which weren't optimal, which weren't absolutely amazing. You just kind of stuck with them because you were scared of changing them. It wasn't bad enough to change, but also wasn't great. Basically just changing your rules and what you're going to be accepting and what you're not. I feel like that's what this is about, and it's saying that you need to go the extra mile in terms of your boundaries, what you will accept, and moving past that level of discomfort to really move up to a whole new level where you no longer accept anything which isn't absolutely great for you. So you don't accept any less than what you're worth. So those are your messages for October. I hope they resonated. If they do let me know in the comments. Hit subscribe so you know the next YouTube video comes out. I have linked my podcast down below. It is a fantastic podcast, if I say so myself. It's in the top 5% worldwide. I have incredible guests on there, more incredible guests coming on in the next few months. So I definitely do recommend listening to that one, and I will see you next month for your monthly tarot reading. Bye.